If your baby is accepting only pureed foods, then this video is for you. Hello parents, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new, this is Vishnu Tejasvi, child nutrition educator. I do talk about child nutrition for babies between 6 to 36 months in this channel. Introducing pureed foods for your baby is an exciting milestone during solid starts, and every recipe, every puree that you are preparing, every taste that they are exploring is like an amazing journey. So you would like to see everything, you would like to enjoy the experience of your baby's face expressions, their taste, their acceptance, their intake levels, everything, right? As the months goes by, baby have to gradually increase the thickness of the purees. They will have to accept the khichdi consistency. They will have to accept the lumpy form of the purees. And finally, they will have to sit with us on the table and they have to accept our foods. This is a natural way. This is a process. But if your baby is stuck only on the purees, then it's a concern. I know that you might have seen many videos on this. You might have explored so many parenting books on how to deal with this. You might have explored so many recipes how to include in baby's diet so that baby will accept any kind of new textures or new flavors, but you will end up with giving only pureed foods. Am I right? Here are the two major reasons why your baby is stuck on puree form. So they don't have oral motor skill yet. Oral motor development plays a vital role in baby's solid journey. For instance, purees doesn't require chewing. When you're offering any pureed foods with a spoon for your baby, they just have to swallow it. They don't need to chew because there is nothing to chew. But when you give any kind of a lumpy foods or when you give any kind of a chewing foods, so they need to move their tongue here and there, and then they have to chew. They need some movement. They need to chew. So the oral development needs to be there. This is the main reason why babies will like to have only pureed food, so that they can just gulp it. They don't have to chew. Second thing is sensory process. There is a major difference between any kind of a lumpy food or a chewy food and the pureed food. Pureed food is something is in very smooth and soft texture, so that baby doesn't feel it's something weird. They can have just simply swallow it. They can just taste as it is, whatever is there, and then they can just swallow it. But when it comes to the chewing foods or else any kind of a lumpy foods, they will have to explore the texture with their mouth or with their hand. So they doesn't like to prefer this. Most of the babies, when they are introduced to pureed foods during their solid starts, when you are not offering any kind of a lumpy foods or when you are not introducing any kind of a finger foods soon, there are more chances of baby wants to have only pureed foods because of these two reasons what we discussed right now. Moreover, this is the phase where when you try to offer any kind of a chunky food or else the lumpy food, baby tries to gag because that is something new. This is completely fine, but most of the parents, they feel it is risky, they feel it is unsafe, and most of the parents doesn't know the difference between gagging and choking. So they themselves doesn't want to prefer any kind of this lumpy or chewy foods. They end up in giving only pureed foods for their baby. So now we'll discuss about how to move to textured foods when your baby is stuck in having only pureed foods. Step 1. You should not blend the food. When you're blending the food becomes so soft and they don't require this oral skills, so they end up in just swallowing. So what you have to do, you have to mash it with the fork. After steaming or boiling the veggies or fruits or any food, whatever you prepare, don't blend it, just mash it with the fork. Step 2. Offer your baby some dissolvable or soft foods. For example, soft fish, soft meat, omelette, any egg recipes which are soft, so that when they put it in mouth it will actually melt. They can little bit move here and there with their tongue and then they can swallow. Step 3. Give your baby bigger pieces of finger foods so that they can actually hold it with the hand, and then while they are chewing, They can bite it and then they can move here and there in the mouth, and then they will try to either swallow it or else they will throw it. It is completely fine if they're spitting it out. This is a phase of learning. Remember that your end goal is to babysit at your family table and try to have different textured foods, whatever that you are eating. So during this phase, what happens next? What happens when you start making these changes in your baby's diet? First thing is, baby will start eating less. Yes, you will have to accept that. If you are concentrating only on quantity based, soft, smooth foods, then baby will never get into the introduction to the other phase of the foods. So during this journey, during this phase change, it is very much expected that baby will not gain weight that much because they are in a phase of exploring new foods. So in this phase, it is very much common that baby will take very less food because they will easily get tired with the new textures. So this is a normal reaction, you don't have to worry about that. And also, you don't have to worry about the nutrition part as well, because you are introducing different kinds of foods in your baby's diet, which meets all the nutrition values or nutrition levels for your baby in their diet in a day. It can be dairy, protein, carbs, veggies, fruits. It is very hard to control how much quantity that they are having the food. At this age, the quantity doesn't matter, only the quality matters. Second thing is, baby will gag. Gagging is a sign of learning. You will have to handle that. So you don't have to worry about it. You should observe. You have to sit with the baby when you are offering any kind of a new textures for your baby. You have to sit with them. You have to observe them when baby is gagging. So gagging means this is a safety reflex that baby helps to get rid of the foods that is still challenging for them. So gagging is a reflex that baby will actually show towards the food which is challenging to them. So during gagging, baby will make different faces. Baby will make different sounds, larger sounds. Then you don't have to worry about it. Just help your baby to calm down. You should not panic at that moment. Help baby to calm down. But at this phase, if you worry about your baby's gagging without knowing it's a gagging, you think that your baby is choking, then again you go back to the pureed foods. No, you should not do that. You have to help your baby slowly to how to come out of this situation. So how you have to do this? You just have to do what you're doing. Slowly your baby tries to learn how to handle this challenging foods. Third one is, of course, during this traditional weaning or during the offering of this pureed foods, this is completely mess free because you're offering, the control is in your hand and the spoon is in your hand. Your baby just have to open their mouth. A little mess will be there, maybe the baby might spit out. But during this phase, whatever we are discussing now, this is completely messy. Baby will throw here and there, baby will chew, baby will throw, baby will squeeze, baby will throw. You have to accept this. But the added bonus is self-feeding improves their sensory development. So it's a win-win. And lastly, if you are feeling difficulty to introduce this kind of textured foods for your baby, you can always talk to me on this. And if you are looking for some recipes which help your baby at this finger food introduction or any kind of soft finger foods, then you can check the below link in the description box. A link for the ebook is provided. You can get the ebook and you can try the recipes from it.